CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by DEA Take Back Day.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
We have a blockade going into effect.
President Trump's plans for the Strait of Hormuz are set to take effect in 3 hours from now after peace negotiations with Iran fell apart. Correspondent Bradley Blackburn.
President Trump says the U.S. Navy will block ships to and from Iran at the Strait of Hormuz beginning this morning as he downplayed failed peace talks over the weekend.
I don't care if they come back or not. If they don't come back, I'm fine.
CBS News has learned key sticking points include Iran's refusal to give up its nuclear ambitions and plans to charge tolls for the Strait of Hormuz.
We've made very clear what our red lines are. They have chosen not to accept our terms.
Vice President J.D. Vance, oil is trading above $100 a barrel again. Pope Leo is pushing back after President Trump lashed out over his opposition to the war. Correspondent Vicki Barker is at the foreign desk.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
Blessed are the peacemakers, Pope Leo, traveling to a papal appearance in Algeria, insisting his message of peace and reconciliation is rooted in the gospel, suggesting Donald Trump's social media post calling him a terrible liberal pope who wants Iran to have a nuclear weapon is based on a failure to understand that gospel. Leo insisting he doesn't want to debate or attack anyone, but that he will continue to speak out for innocent victims of war and violence. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
California's Democratic Congressman Eric Swalwell announced last night he's suspending his campaign for governor after allegations he sexually assaulted a former staffer and engaged in sexual misconduct with other women. Democratic strategist Steve Maviglio.
Everybody's going to talk about it. I think particularly the women candidates are going to use this to pivot and say, hey, isn't it time for a woman governor in the state? We've never had one.
Swalwell has repeatedly denied the accusations against him. In Budapest, Hungary,
Hungary is free now! Yay!
Celebrations after President Trump's pick, Viktor Orban, lost his bid for re-election.
I feel amazing. It's really amazing. Like, I never thought this would actually happen. I've been praying for this for 16 years.
Orban has conceded to his former loyalist, Peter Major. Britney Spears is getting help. The 44-year-old checked herself into a treatment facility after she was arrested for DUI last month. She was released the next day, and her rep called the incident unfortunate and completely inexcusable just before entering rehab. She posted a risque video of herself in a sheer black thong bodysuit dancing suggestively. This is CBS News.
Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, April 25th. Find a collection site near you at DEA Take-Back Day.
Work closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at aminet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation.
Local news and weather brought to you by Mississippi Energy Services. We're your fast, affordable, and friendly generator service company. msenergy.us. msenergy.us.
Still unconscious by Sunday evening. Decreasing clouds with a high at 85 today. Mostly sunny by the afternoon. Tonight, it's mostly clear and 62. Sunny and 86 Tuesday. You may have the slight chance for a storm Thursday afternoon and some slight possibilities over the weekend. With news on 103.9 WIAB, I'm Chris Davis. A Sunday morning bicycle ride turned into something horrific for a man in Pearl who by Sunday evening still hadn't woken up. That man and his bike were hit by a car about 6 a.m. on Whitfield Road, says Pearl Police Chief Nick McClendon, who says the driver cooperated with police while the rider went to UMC, first to the intensive care unit and later to a regular room, still unconscious. And the bullets flew in Belzona Saturday, says the Humphreys County Sheriff's Office, with one person dead and 5 others hurt in a Saturday melee on Silver City Road. Right now, they are not discussing how and why all that went down, and they have also not released any info on a possible suspect. Sunday morning, about 1:30, a woman who was standing outside the Capitol Grill on I-55 Frontage Road was grazed by a bullet in the parking lot. Police say that someone started shooting, and that's how she was grazed, but they were vague with the info. Someone took the woman to the hospital, and she was already out by Sunday afternoon. Gunplay between 2 brothers leads to one of them being shot. That happened in Greenville, and the 2 brothers are 27-year-old Donerick Shaw and 25-year-old DeAndre Jones. Police say it was just an argument at first, and they started fighting over a gun, and Shaw was shot in the stomach. Police are looking for Jones. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WIAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, jump away.
And good Monday morning. It is the Chip Matthews Show here live on WYAB, along with my co-host, Dawn McKenzie.
You kind of reminded me of the Muppets this morning.
The Muppets.
The Muppets. Yes, remember when they would sit in their little window and they would dance, the kind of thing that they dance. And
you know where they got that?
That's kind of like what you were doing just a while ago.
You know where they got that from?
Where?
Me.
You?
Yes.
You invented
Where were the Muppets invented?
In Mississippi.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You had to have some inspiration.
Chip, is there just not anything that you haven't founded or invented?
I am connected to everything that ever was.
Even the Gulf of Beethoven, huh?
The Gulf of Beethoven. Yes, the Gulf of Beethoven. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lloyd Travis, Shane Easley, Will Brown, Beth O'Kane Ladner beat everybody. Well, Jeff Thomas beat her. Okay. Good morning to everyone.
We got races now?
Races to
the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm looking at this on the We the People, and I thought it was kind of funny. Cocaine found at Biden's house. Dead body was found at Obama's house. Male prostitute found at Pelosi's house. An illegal server was found at Clinton's house. And the FBI raided Trump's house. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's about how it works these days.
Let's see. What does it say? A Canton Country Club. Congratulations to the Pine team, captained by Jason Shavers, on their victory in this year's Canton Cup. Okay, well, there you go. That's good. What else going on? Okay, I don't know what that is. Yeah, we had a great weekend out at the Gulf of Beethoven's at Beethoven's Boardwalk. I want to thank everybody who came out and said hello. Mm-hmm. Everybody that's been out looking for us. And, of course, we have a new sponsor for this program here, believe it or not. Good morning, Jennifer Tripp May. It's good to see both of you.
Well, thank you.
I don't know why.
Good morning.
And there's Andy Devine.
And Lloyd Travis.
But we have a new sponsor, and we'd like to welcome them. They're new to Mississippi.
Yeah.
Outlaw Light Beer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As seen on TV on the Fox News Network with Charles Payne's show, talking about the upcoming thing. We're going to have a lot to tell you about them over the next years. And then, of course, their goal is to replace the beer that once was America's favorite beer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beer. And so It's a good product. I mean, it's a good place to be. And I actually enjoyed several of them this past weekend. And it's called Outlaw Beer. It's Outlaw Light Beer. And their goal also is to be, I would say affordable. Or I mean, it's an inexpensive. They said that the beer companies are gouging you. The Anheuser-Busch's and all of them. Anheuser-Busch is the biggest producer of metal, aluminum cans in America. Biggest user of aluminum. And they said that they use all of that, and that kind of does the things to drive the price up, and they control it. And they've controlled the beer company and industry for years because of it. And that's why when their beer goes up, everybody else's beer goes up. Right. And I went, huh. So their goal is to get in there. And I got to read more into the story, but basically they're producing a beer of the same quality or better, and they're going to sell it cheaper.
It's in a pretty light blue can, baby blue can with the brown,
with the
brown emblem on it.
That would be a bronze.
Bronze. Okay.
When you say bronze, or would you say gold?
That was probably bronze.
Bronze.
Yeah.
But it's a good quality beer, and so this show is now the Outlaw, the Outlaw Show. And then of course they have an Outlaw weekend coming up at Beethoven's on the beautiful Gulf of Beethoven's. Coming up that and we will have
which is the reservoir,
right?
It's on the reservoir.
The 1st through the 5th is what we're doing, calling our big weekend. And on the Friday night we have the Velcro Pygmies. On Saturday we have Dr. Czar's Amazing Funk Monsters.
Okay.
And then on Sunday I've got a surprise, a big surprise. We'll have our Gospel Sunday brunch band, which we had this past week, which everybody seemed to enjoy. That Chris Davis came in a little earlier. He's going to sit down and sit in with them when he plays on Sundays. But he sat in with them. It was pretty good stuff. And then we'll be getting ready for Cinco de Mayo that week. I mean, that's the big thing. That's so 1st through the 5th. We're going to be Outlaw Weekend. It's going to be. We got a.
They're going to set up a tent and have swag,
plenty of swag to give away, and then of course that swag will be imprinted with Outlaw beer and the first edition of the shirts that will come out of Beethoven's. And I want everybody to remember. Everybody knows how everybody loved to have a Doc shirt. You got to have a Doc shirt in your collection. Well, we hope to do the same for our place, Beethoven's. So, but anyway, that was good. And then on Sunday, y'all remember we're going to start doing the Sunday buffet every Sunday. So come on out and check that out at Beethoven's. But that's what we had going on this weekend. We put up pictures and this, that, and the other bands this weekend. The McGee's, they were great once again. But that's happening.
My mother sits her hairdresser over Amber from Vicksburg, and they came all the way from Vicksburg and had a very enjoyable experience and said everything was spot on.
And Debbie Berganski's chiming in. She wants a tank top.
Naturally.
A tank top. Jeez.
You always got to have that one that's different.
Yeah, sure.
We have a different friend. She's a different friend.
She wants your breastises out there.
Is that what that is?
You got to be. I mean. But anyway, 6:14 in the morning on a Monday morning. It's going to be a big week. Going to have a lot of fun. We had a lot of politicians who came out and said hello. I'm glad to see y'all don't take a lot of, what would you say? They understand what I'm saying on the radio. And they're trying to learn and agree with me, or they're trying to change me. Guess what?
Both of them would be difficult moves.
Guess what? There's some people, my mama died trying to change me. I mean, it's not going to happen. It could happen, but I'm not going to say never. But for right now, no, you're not getting away with anything. And I saw where they were talking in the news that we're getting ready for, they extended the session on the last day in order to come back and decide if they're going to override some vetoes of the governor. And I'm just like, you clowns, y'all just think you can do whatever you want to do. And that's the problem. A lot of these people that come out and talk to me at the restaurant, they talk constantly about, why don't they listen? Why don't they want to do anything? Why don't we have a voice? Why don't, and then one lady that spoke with me this past weekend, she was talking about, there was a great idea that we wanted to do the political speakings out there on the deck. I said, yes, I would even go as far as to say, now we're going to do something similar to the Neshoba County Fair thing, where we bring in all the politicians that are running for different things. But I almost think we ought to have every Sunday, between the gospel brunch and the first band that starts, we give you 15 minutes of fame. Let them all. And if you're a politician and you got something good to say,
Well, a lot of people go to church now.
yeah. But they also.
That wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be a good time.
No, I'm talking about when they get out of church. I'm talking about at 11 to 1. I'm talking about after 1 when the Gospel Sunday brunch band finishes right before the next band starts. So that'll be 1:30ish every week.
Yeah.
You could have politicians that if they got something good to say, they can just stand up there and say it, because a lot of that stuff doesn't make it to the radio.
That's true.
Or all, as much as we try.
The good stuff never makes it to the radio.
And also, congratulations to our own Christopher Davis, #1 newsman in the state of Mississippi.
That's great.
Yeah, he
Good
won
for him.
an award for that, and then for some of his
You think we'll ever
shows.
make that list?
No, they're not. We're not winning any awards. Good morning, Jennifer Tripp. That it's unreal. It's unreal what we got going on.
He was part of that brunch band yesterday
Yeah,
morning.
that's what I
wasn't he?
just said.
Yeah.
You don't listen to this show?
Unfortunately, you're in my ears.
Even when you're here, you don't listen.
I have you in surround sound.
Well, yeah. This show's nonstop now that we have a national beer sponsoring our program. And then, of course, we have locally, we have Cressley Pierce. And, there's still room for more. There's still room for more.
Yeah.
So y'all join us on the team as we build the program, build the brand, build the people out there, and get y'all to come out and see us. I guess we also are brought to you by Beethoven's on the Reservoir and Acme Pizza and Fork and Flame Steakhouse and Scooby's. We'll be back with more right here on the program in just a moment. You got anything to say?
Nope.
Okay. We'll be back with more right here on the program in just a moment.
1039 WYAB.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
Are you looking for a church family to connect with? One that will provide opportunities to grow in your spiritual life, as well as a chance to serve others? First Baptist Flora may be just the place for you. We're located at 102 Jackson Street in Flora. To worship with us in person, we have a traditional worship service that begins Sunday mornings at 8:30. Then our life groups meet at 9:45, and the Refuge Contemporary service begins at 11 a.m. We also have a midweek service every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. So come join us at First Baptist Flora, where we're making much of Jesus.
As Christians, it's our calling to be faithful to Christ and obedient to the Great Commission. Our heart's desire and prayer to God is that through our efforts, many would receive and rest upon Christ alone as he is offered to them in the gospel. I'm David Strain, Senior Minister at First Presbyterian Church of Jackson, inviting you and your family to join us as we strive to fulfill that mission. We're located on North State Street in Jackson. Times of our services can be found at fpcjackson.org. You can also hear the good news about Jesus Christ each Sunday morning at 9:30 on 1039 WYAB.
At Lakeshore Church, we believe the liberation of the soul is found only in Christ. Hello, I'm Jay Frazier, Senior Pastor at Lakeshore, inviting you to come and worship with us this week. We believe in the three-cross concept of ministry, the cross of salvation, the cross of separation, and the cross of service, and we believe all of these crosses should be evident in our lives. We're at 6880 South Sidewell Road in Byram. For more information about the ministries, activities, and times of service, go to lakeshorecmc.org.
And be sure to listen to Lakeshore Church's weekly program, heard Sunday mornings at 8 on 103.9 WYAB.
It's road trip season again. Is your vehicle ready? Take your vehicle to Green's Tire and Auto on Ridgewood Road in Ridgeland to get it in tip-top shape before you head out of town. Don't get stranded while you're away from home. Preventative maintenance is their specialty at Green's Tire and Auto. And if your check engine light is already on, then Green's Tire and Auto can tell what's wrong and get it fixed. Before you start your road trip, take your car to Green's Tire and Auto, Ridgewood Road in Ridgeland.
This is Jack Hoffman. For nearly 31 years, Tico's Steakhouse has been a staple of fine dining in Jackson, Mississippi. Dad has long since desired for me to come work alongside him. And now that I'm here, I would like to invite you to come experience our family tradition of our hospitality, sizzling steaks, and healthy poured beverages. Our dining rooms are open and we are taking reservations. Our private rooms are also available along with takeout. Call today or stop in and experience Tico's in the second generation.
Tico's Steakhouse, East County Line Road in Ridgeland, 601-956-1030.
Zach Bryan with Heaven on Tour.
Poison myself again. Something in the orange tells me you'll never call me.
Saturday, May 2nd, Davis Wade Stadium.
Wish I didn't, but I do.
With special guests, Dijon and J.R. Carroll. Tickets are on sale now at ZachBryan.com.
I think I heard you coming.
Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Hot weather requires us to run the AC nonstop. Pure Air Consultants can inspect your unit today to ensure your AC is operating at peak performance. Pure Air Consultants is your go-to Rheem partner that can get the job done and have you resting in comfort in no time. Locally owned and operated, they have proudly served our community for over 22 years. Contact Pure Air Consultants today at mypureairconsultants.com. Rheem and Pure Air Consultants to the rescue.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews Show, heard around the world and all over the place.
All over the place?
Yeah,
you don't have a designation today, Chip?
We're undercover.
Undercover?
We're undercover. They're listening to us in the Gulf, not of Beethoven's, but also in the over there.
They got submarines listening to us in
we're
the Gulf of Beethoven's.
We have special operatives inside the submarines who are out there doing the mine sweeps over in the Middle East, and we have to keep low key. They told me, Chip, don't talk as loud as you normally talk when we're doing our operation. They just sent me a message, so I have to talk soft because they don't want me to give up their position.
Yeah,
because you got to have radio silence when you're in there, and they put it in there.
Radio silence.
Radio silence.
Isn't there a song about that?
No,
no,
not that I know.
I thought Queen had something about radio.
Radio Gaga.
Oh, is that what it was?
Radio
Gaga. What you got over there?
Okay, I was looking at the Madison County Journal, and we hadn't picked one up in quite some time. And because you would
They're
think
hard to find.
Well, you would think they'd be on. We'd have them in the lobby to give away to customers.
That would be a nice.
It'd be a great place because they got a lot of places to pick one up. That would be a great place for that, and also for the Canton News, Joe Lynn. Yeah, well, but anyway, I open it up and. We have a lot of gun people that advertise on our radio station, but the first thing you see inside here is an ad for a gun play, an outdoor place, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 guns on the front page. Hey, that's pretty good. Pistols for sale, and it just makes me think. And when you open up the newspaper and that's the first ad that falls out of there is something to buy a gun. $50 off select handguns, and you're just sitting there going, and they're Glocks, and you're going, You know, that's pretty strange.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's everybody getting ready. You got
Yeah.
everybody the gun. That means that the gun people are buying the guns and the weapons again and getting ready to for war. You know, when I first came to work here at this radio station, Jameson Haygood and all of them, and Clay and all them, they were constantly talking about getting guns, getting ready, and
stockpiles of
and
ammunition.
keeping food on where you can get to it. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like that again. Then the next thing I see in there is steak on a bun. And that's something that we do. We do a ribeye steak on a bun at our place.
Yep, at Beethoven's.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said, "You cut it up." I go, "Yeah, well, you don't have to have a knife to eat the sandwich, but if you want it whole, we'll put that ribeye on there whole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll put the whole cow on there if you want it."
Any way you want it.
Mm-hmm. And also, as we continue to look at the journal, MDOT appropriations, legislature funding reunion interchange. Of course, they're going to take care of reunion. Those are good people up there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other Madison County projects include allocations for Gluckstadt Road widening, $1 million. Gluckstadt Police Department drones for $75,000. Okay. Madison Historic District utility relocations, $1.3 million to support preservation and modernization efforts. That's the new thing that they call a lot of that stuff on appropriations is modernization.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than saying we're fixing what's broke because it's been there for 1,000 years.
Yeah, and where was that?
That one is in Madison Historic District.
Oh, okay.
Then in Ridgeland Harbor Drive, widening from 2 lanes to 4 lanes at the intersection of Lake Harbor Drive to reduce traffic congestion, $1.25 million. Where the hell is that?
Where did it say?
Okay, Lake Harbor Drive. It's Ridgeland Harbor Drive widening from 2 lanes to 4 lanes at the intersection of Lake Harbor Drive to reduce traffic congestion to $1.25 million. Isn't all that 4 lanes already?
I thought so. Unless they're fixing to go behind the spillway. Well, that would be Spillway Road.
Yeah, that would be something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Gene, what you doing with that money? Gene, what you doing with that money? Okay, there's some more money going to Gene.
Okay.
Ridgeland Infrastructure near new Madison County Convention Center, $750,000 for water and traffic improvements.
Only 750?
Yeah, and that's for that's for his buddy building they call it the Madison County Convention Center.
Oh,
But basically his buddy that does the commercial for the liquor where he says you stay at my hotel and we have a high-end happy hour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody has a high-end happy hour. But anyway, that widening of that for him for water and traffic improvements at his convention center, that's pretty amazing that we the people have to pay the freight for everything that has to do with somebody else. So somebody said, "Chip, but no, you got to look at it this way. That's development."
Mm-hmm.
Well, in development, and when people go to do things, it seems like when we built all of Canton up on the interstate, that 55 and 51, because this is legislature funding, all of those things would have been done first because they're still not talking about widening an interstate except to Gluckstadt.
Mm-hmm.
And the jobs are allegedly in Canton. Or are there going to be any jobs in Canton? Are the data centers just going to employ a couple of 20, 30 people apiece?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's my question. I mean, that's my question. Well, we lied to y'all. They're not going to have a bunch of jobs. They have a bunch of jobs while we're building them, but they don't have any jobs after that. I mean, that's my question is why is there no urgency to create a safer, and I mean, that's safer route to that Canton.
So there's nothing in there about Canton spending money anywhere?
Hold on. Let's go a little bit further. Weisenberger Road improvements, $1 million. Floral water and sewer improvement, $350,000. At least Florida got some money. That ain't much. I mean, what can you do with $350,000?
Or 750,000. Everything's always $1 million or more.
Okay. In Jackson, a number of projects were green lighted, including $13 million for LaFleur's Bluff State Park,
$13 million.
$5 million to the Mississippi Children's Museum, which is right there at.
They just did a lot of work there.
Well, that's now that. So technically, that's $18 million going into that state park, and $750,000 for repairs at. Good morning, Billy Hudson, at Palm Bridges. Which I think at Palm Bridges they need to go ahead and put in a gun range.
Yeah.
Shoot targets rather than people, because that's that's 2 blocks from where the person got grazed with shots at Capitol Grill, and
maybe they need to put a bulletproof fence up around that park.
Ooh, build a wall.
Yes,
imagine
what walls do.
The metro area will also benefit from $100 million in state funding for a new UMMC Cancer Center, a major expansion aimed at improving access to advanced cancer treatment in Mississippi. Now, that's good. That's needed, but they'll raise a lot of money to go with that. And they'll that's good. We're money in good places. Now, will we have funding for the people that need to go to that UMMC cancer clinic? Or will insurance rates continue to rise?
Yeah.
I don't know. Gluckstadt police bus felon in stolen car. Phil, man, I love it. No. Madison native earns prestigious Truman Scholarship. There you go.
Yeah.
I have a buddy that won one of those.
Mm-hmm.
He chose not to do that anymore. Ridgeland rushes to repair Parkway Trail.
Pine tree fell across it.
Let's see. What does it say here on that? 20 was awarded. There was a Burton and Banks for associates out of Jackson was awarded the bid to remove the tree and repair the bridge for $25,375, beating out AMD Construction of Canton. AMD's bid was $26,250 for the project. I guess somebody heard us talking about trees being cut down in that area, huh? So they put out a bid for it.
Yeah.
That other guy had that bid, and it was $500,000 to cut the trees, and he hired somebody for $300,000, and that guy hired somebody for $100,000. Interesting.
They all made money, but the last one.
Yeah. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WYAB.
They all made money, but the last one.
Yeah. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
This summer, grab a cold one that plays by its own rules. Meet Outlaw Light. Crisp, crushable, and refreshingly smooth. Built for backyard ball games, tailgates, and every inning in between. Because America deserves a new light beer. One that's easy drinking, full of flavor, and always ready when you reach for it. So whether you're rounding the bases or kicking back in the stands, raise a can to the Outlaw.
Venable Glass is your local glass expert. Offering residential, automotive, and commercial glass, Venable Glass can do it all. Windshield repair, replacement of shower doors, mirrors, and everything in between. What sets Venable Glass apart from the rest? Unmatched reliability and customer service. Don't forget, tell your insurance company that you want to use Venable Glass. And remember, you do have a choice. Let Venable Glass work hard to earn your business. Call Venable's Ridgeland or Brandon locations today for a free estimate or visit venableglass.com.
You can show your pride and patriotism in honor of the 250th birthday of this great nation by proudly flying a flag. And a complete flag source on I-55 in Jackson is the place to find it. All sizes for all purposes. And they have the official 250-year celebration flag. Have a look at CompleteFlags.com. That's CompleteFlags.com.
CBS News Brief. The U.S. is getting ready to enforce President Trump's order to blockade Iranian ports after peace negotiations fell through. Correspondent Weijia Jiang.
CBS News has confirmed Pakistan is now ramping up efforts to restart talks between the U.S. and Iran.
Pope Leo pushing back on President Trump's broadside against him over his opposition to the war. The Pope says he will not shy away from the message of the gospel. CBS's Chris Livesay.
We're starting to see somebody that appears to be a champion of more liberal causes, especially when it comes to things like migration, which was very close to Pope Francis as well, and also when it comes to war.
Democrat Eric Swalwell has suspended his bid for California governor amid sex assault allegations. CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns.
The congressman is insisting that he'll fight what he calls false allegations, even as some of his own colleagues are calling on him to leave Congress.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Cork and Door Company has been providing quality residential garage and commercial overhead door products to Mississippians for over 50 years. Cork and Door is a supplier of garage door parts and services such as LiftMaster, commercial and residential door operators, as well as Clopay, sectional commercial and residential doors, Asta, commercial sheet and rolling steel doors, and Cornell, rolling steel and shutters, with many in stock for the same day pickup. CorkandDoor.com. That's CorkandDoor.com. Hi, Kim Wade here. Are you craving a home-cooked meal without the hassle? Come over to McBee's Bar and Grill in Ridgeland for their Blue Plate lunch specials. Served up every weekday, at McBee's it's a different entree every day. Chicken spaghetti on Mondays, beef tip Tuesday, pork chop Wednesday, spaghetti Thursday, and catfish Fridays. And McBee's Blue Plate lunch comes with 2 classic Southern sides and cornbread or a roll. McBee's specials are served every weekday from 11 to 2. McBee's, buzzing the res since 1982.
Have a large fleet of vehicles? Looking for somewhere to provide routine maintenance? Tired of waiting on an appointment? Ken here with Rapid Oil Change. We accept most local and national fleets as well as 30-day in-house accounts with no appointment needed. We offer maintenance packages to fit any need. Oil changes, wipers, tires, car washes, and more. Have a diesel? No sweat. We carry diesel exhaust fluid and diesel fuel filter. With over 40 years of experience, Rapid Oil is the right choice for your fleet. Stop in today and let us keep your fleet ready and on the road.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WYAB. And we're still looking through the paper. Of course, y'all, you can call us on the Outlaw phone line whenever you get a chance. So y'all give us a call and we'll talk to you on the Outlaw Light Beer phone line. Okay? But anyway, I was looking at the newspaper and Dawn, of course, ran out of here suddenly because Ridgeland's exploring garbage pickup options for their city. Now, you know, a lot of us have garbage and there's a lot of money in garbage. And we watched Jackson be the first city to jump on. And I mean, you got to understand that the waste, fraud, and abuse in government is everywhere, right? But let's look at who attacked the garbage first. First, it was Jackson, which of course they went weeks without garbage, but somebody learned that, you know, you got garbage contracts and there's some money to be spent there and people got bids. Then you go to Canton. Canton did the same thing. Canton has privatized it and they now do it themselves in Canton, you know, after years of not doing it themselves. So it makes you wonder, are we getting rid of inflated contracts or are we just capitalizing on inflated contracts? Because when you know, in Canton, when you privatized it, you had to hire people to run it, to work, employees. And, you know, that is the hardest thing in this day and age to do is to find employees. I mean, we're running a restaurant there that we need 60 people. We still need more bartenders, and we have the best bartending job on the reservoir. And we're still having trouble finding the good quality bartenders that will come in and work because, I mean, just think of how much money a dock bartender made back in the day. That's about to be, we're a week. Well, it started with this week, but I mean, that's something that can happen. You know, you're talking about dropping $1,000 in tips a day easily. When it's a nice sunny day outside, you can make bank. And those are some of the best coveted bartending jobs in the area, especially on the Gulf of Beethoven's. But if you're on the reservoir somewhere and you've got a view, you should be a bartender that can make bank. So if you want to come out there and get a job, but as we go back to the garbage thing, I wonder what they're thinking up there in Ridgeland, because it affects me because we now have a business in their city limits. But as we look at it, Waste Management has the current contract, and it runs out in October. Residential garbage collection is currently $16.10 a month, and light commercial garbage collection runs $25.75 a month. The residents' recycle fee is $6.54 a month. But as we look at what's going on there, they're looking into replacing that, and it's always good to look at your other options, but it just seems that everybody jumps on the bandwagon when when somebody says, "Oh, in Jackson, when they started doing it, they went without garbage pickup for a while." I mean, it just seems odd that all of a sudden garbage is something they're concerned about out there in the world.
Well, trash is a lucrative business.
Yes, it is.
It's very lucrative. And
Yeah.
when you have like the city of Canton has their own landfill.
Right.
And so a lot of cash money comes through there on a daily basis.
Cash money.
You know how hard it is to follow cash money.
Especially when it's garbage.
Yes.
I mean, when somebody pulls up and they're bringing cash money in, and I mean, we're not saying anybody's doing anything wrong.
Mm-mm.
It's just at times it gets to be where the governments say you only can pay for it with a credit card.
Right.
Because they can't follow, and that's because they can't follow the cash.
Right.
And in this day and age, if I were Shad White, I would look at the garbage contracts for different people, and I'd look at the garbage dumps that are run by cities and stuff like that. Remember the Sopranos? Well, they were dumping bodies out there too. Which, of course, if nobody has any oversight or nobody's looking, it could happen. I remember 2 elections ago, we had shootings that occurred in Canton at the garbage dump, and they covered them up because they were part of the political process.
Nice.
I was wondering. I mean, you were just like, what the heck? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. Then it did happen. And Otha said, yeah, it did happen. And then he said, no, it didn't happen. And you're like, y'all just try to. I don't know what to say. But anyway, I'm frustrated with the Canton, with the administration and the Canton Police Department at the top, not the officers on the ground. But on the top,
well,
they have no leadership, in my opinion.
Mayor Mary, from Madison, the city, says that she hires a very strong police chief.
Yes,
strong backbone, somebody carries a big stick, and then everybody below him that she hires has to have all the accolades that they possibly can have. Because she wants the best and she pays for the best, and the best is worth having to keep keep her city safe.
Well, I mean, in Canton, I hate to say it, a lot of our officers that we do get hired and move up in administrations have the last names of a lot of our
amigos, aldermen,
and amigos. Some of the supervisors have family back and forth, but that's it. It's a culture. And then I heard talking to our news director at the radio station, and he had somebody else that was talking to us in a conversation yesterday at the restaurant, and we were talking about the culture of Yazoo City and all of these places in the Delta where these sheriffs were arrested. They actually seem to take pride in the fact that they have X amount of crime and X amount of this on a regular basis, that people do shoot and fight and keep up. And I'm like, they say, well, that's these guys fighting with these guys. Well, if you know who the 2 families are fighting, go
there
arrest
was
them.
a murder in Belzona
Yeah.
this weekend that really has a lot of people upset, of Michaela Adams. She was 27 years old, and, small town Belzona. is not even escaping the crime.
I mean, Belzona only wanted to be known for catfish.
Yeah.
And they have crime, and and then you just basically, if you just go through the Benny Thompson district, this is the Benny Thompson district, the man that prosecuted everyone for the insurrection in Washington. Why can't he come and take care of his country that he has created? I mean, he's created a country. I mean, his part of the state of Mississippi is bigger than some countries. It's bigger than some states.
Yeah.
It's probably bigger than Connecticut, I know.
Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm. It might even be bigger than Iran.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be.
But I mean, Benny Thompson controls the Mississippi River.
Mm-hmm.
That can't be good for us. That cannot be good. And then, of course, they just go. Then Natchez, I guess, to keep them in line, they gave him $750,000 to finish the bridge, finish lights on the bridge over the Mississippi River.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what we need to be doing with our money.
Yeah.
We don't need to be fighting crime or fixing anything or picking things up.
But there is an alternative.
What is that?
Ron Eller.
Oh, Ron Eller. You mean elect somebody other than Benny?
Yes, we have a really good candidate that is a patriot.
Yeah, so
he's a patriot.
So I mean, a patriot is what we need everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this in our 250th year of America existing, we need to get back to being red, white, and blue.
Yeah, we need to be Americans, and we need to be neighbors.
And then you go to a meeting last week that they opted out of doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
They said we're just going to.
So
we're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Did they verbally say that?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you verbally say I'm not going to do the Pledge of Allegiance anymore?
Right. Do they still make kids? Do they still do the Pledge of Allegiance in the 1st through 6th grade? Every morning.
I don't know.
In school.
I don't know.
Yeah. That would be interesting to know.
I mean,
but we need to get back to patriotism.
Exactly. Red, white, and blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that Trump has been trying to do, is restore American pride all over the world. I mean, because the world, well, they know we're the strongest. They know we're tough. Trump is out there showing you every day that we got this, and we don't need NATO. We don't need all this. We help. You basically had Democrat in politics trying to bring us all together through that, where we didn't stand alone. But the other side of that is we can stand alone.
Yeah.
As Americans.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't. There are a lot of free countries, but there are not a lot of free countries like America.
Yeah.
And when you go into the straits and you go into a situation where you're going to be in a war and this, that, and the other, and everybody says, hey, look, we're going to get this oil moving for y'all. America does not need that oil at all.
Mm-mm.
So basically, you're looking at the elevated stock prices in America are just just fear and big oligarchs making sure that the price goes up.
They get their money.
Well, no, that's not it. They want the
But
Democrats.
that's price gouging.
It's price gouging, but it's the Democrats making sure that gas stays high through November,
through the
election. Understand that, y'all. They needed a reason to get it up. They got a reason to get it up. Now that we're going to take control of the straits, that trickle-down effect of that money won't happen till after November. So they will put that on the president and say it was all his fault, and you don't need to vote for Democrats. You need to vote for don't vote for Republicans, vote for Democrats. When it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's the goal, and that's the big game world where they decide that money runs everything. But as a American, just an American, you should be voting patriotically, and you should go out. Now, I'm talking to the 83% of you out there that do not vote. And somebody's going to go, Chip, you've lost your damn mind. Why are you saying you're talking to 83% of the people that do not vote? Because in the last primary, 17% of Mississippi voted. 17%. Republican and Democrat was the number that voted in the election. Do not get beat down. Do not decide that you can't be on the ballot. And also, I got a question for Michael Watson. Why'd you turn off your comments on his Facebook page? He turned off his comments. Don't be running for office and turn off your comments. That's odd. It's an odd thing to do. But anyway, we'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WYAB. It's an odd thing to do. But anyway, we'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WYAB.
1039 WYAB.
Have you thought about the cost of long-term care? In Mississippi, a home health aide can cost over $57,000 a year, and a private nursing home room can exceed $109,000 annually. Hi, my name is Cressley Pierce at Pierce Professional Agency. Long-term care insurance may help protect your savings and give you more options and peace of mind as you age. Learn how planning ahead could save you money and stress. Find me, Cressley Pierce, online today at MadisonPlans.com. That's MadisonPlans.com. Have you thought about the cost of long-term care? In Mississippi, a home health aide can cost over $57,000 a year, and a private nursing home room can exceed $109,000 annually. Hi, my name is Cressley Pierce at Pierce Professional Agency. Long-term care insurance may help protect your savings and give you more options and peace of mind as you age. Learn how planning ahead could save you money and stress. Find me, Cressley Pierce, online today at MadisonPlans.com. That's MadisonPlans.com.
Hi, this is Allen Allen, nurse practitioner at the MEA Medical Clinic in Flora, Mississippi. Located in the Cotton Exchange Plaza, we are here to provide patient-centered care that is thorough, compassionate, and convenient. Whether you need primary care services or same-day medical care when you aren't feeling your best, we're here to support your health.
MEA Medical Clinics.
We all love the farm-to-table food concept, right? Well, at Burnt Corn Farm, they bring you locally grown flowers straight from the farm to the vase. With a wide selection of flowers and excellent service, Burnt Corn Farm will make your next party or shower a southern delight. Sign up for a monthly bouquet subscription, and their farm-fresh flowers will brighten your days all season long. You can also book your next family photo session in their wildflower field. That's Burnt Corn Farm on Facebook and Instagram.
Metal Builder Supply in Pearl provides quality commercial and residential metal roofing, pre-engineered steel buildings, mini storage facilities, pole barns, and steel components with old-time service and competitive prices. Through our commitment, experience, and expertise, Metal Builder Supply has established a business relationship with our customers that will last a lifetime. When you need metal roofing, reflective insulation, trim, or metal decking, contact Metal Builder Supply online at metalbuildersupplypearl.com.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind with friends and family? El Patrio Mexican Restaurant is calling your name. With locations in Flowood and Cross Gates, Brandon, El Patrio is the cozy, family-owned gym where great food meets great times. Enjoy El Patrio's signature margaritas and happy hour specials that keep their customers coming back for more. Indulge in their authentic Mexican dishes prepared with love and served in a warm, family-friendly atmosphere. Come to El Patrio and taste the traditions. El Patrio, where family, flavor, and fun come together.
Hi, everyone. This is Matt Wasilowski, owner and general manager of 1039 WYAB. How much money does the state of Mississippi spend on advertising? A little over $10 million each and every year. Apparently, some people think that it's vitally important for the state of Mississippi to promote the Memorial Stadium, the Department of Marine Resources, soybean and rice products, MDOT, the State Fair, and the worst category of all, miscellaneous advertising expenditures for who knows what. And who pays for it all? In most cases, you, the taxpayer. I find that absolutely abhorrent. That's why 1039 WYAB refuses to accept advertising dollars from state government agencies. If you ever do hear a state agency advertising on WYAB, we're not getting paid for it. We stay on the air due to the support of the many businesses that you hear advertising every day on 1039 WYAB. So I only ask that you please tell our advertisers that you appreciate their support of 1039 WYAB. And keep listening.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Outlaw Program, Outlaw Beer. Yeah. It's Chip Matthews Show on WYAB with Dawn McKenzie. And this show is brought to you not only by Outlaw Beer, but by
The Pierce Professional Agency. Chip, how would you pay for long-term care?
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
Do you know that you have options in the all the potential cost?
No.
What's your plan for protecting your loved ones from the significant toll of caring while also preserving your retirement income and assets?
I don't know.
You don't know. You need to call Cressley at Pierce Professional Agency and let him help you get your plan in place. And you can find him at madisonplans.com.
Yep. He will make sure. And I mean, I talked to somebody again this past week who brought this up to me. They go, I checked into what you said about within so many years of on the house that they were putting mama's house into a trust and this, that, and the other, because they had learned that had they inherited the house and it was inside this amount of time period before she wound up in long-term care or something, that she wasn't going to have a house. That house was going to belong to somebody else. And it's called the United States government.
Well, they make you sell it, and the money that you make off of your house is depending on where you are, what you do. But Social Security is another thing that people need to get involved with 5 years before you decide to retire.
Yep.
You need to get your plan there, because there's all kinds of avenues that they have to get more money out of you.
Yep. I mean, lots of things going on as you age out in this world. And of course, when I was a young whippersnapper last year.
Last year?
Last
100 years.
The last 100 years. A lot of my future financial planning, everybody said, "What's that?" I said, "My plan was to die with a young corpse." Well, that didn't happen. I made it through. So you got to start thinking about that. You got to start thinking about Chip for another 64 years on this earth. How about that? How about that?
Nobody wants that.
How about that?
Nobody wants that, Chip.
But if you're going to be here, you better have a long-term plan.
Yeah, that's right. Because we are living longer than ever before.
Yes. And they have a new drug. And once they go ahead and release all the new drugs that are out there and the actual cure for cancer and everything, which I believe that they already have.
They do.
They have it. It's just that political people make money off of making the drug people happy. And drug people, they run all the commercials on TV these days. I mean, y'all realize that.
That's right.
You don't see a good old Campbell's commercial anymore.
Campbell soup.
or copper tone for sunscreen or anything. It's just it's one political ad after another, plus one insurance company after another, whether it be for early retirement or this, that, and the other. And you just sit there and go, geez, is there anything left? And it makes me wonder if it's maybe that's the next question to you. Do you believe that that's what are the TVs that program now, to where he's this age, this is what he needs to be watching? We're going to cut out all those commercials.
Let's pump these into his mind.
I mean, they send me the ED commercials and I'm going, okay. They don't send the condom commercials. I guess they think I'm through.
So Jeff Thomas said that you were going to be reincarnated, and that brought a thought to
me. Not reincarnated. Reincarnated. Reincarcerated
so anyway,
would imply that I had been incarcerated once.
You probably have been. As one of those Halloween things you got in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. And Lloyd Travis says not even one single High Karate aftershave commercial. No, I hadn't seen a single one. Do you remember those?
Kind of. I remember the Old Spice.
Old Spice.
That's the ones I remember.
Well, High Karate was the 70s.
Okay.
But anyway, that's going to do it for the program today. The Clay Edwards Show comes on at 7:07, and he'll be inspirational today. I saw some of the stuff he's been looking at this weekend. He's gonna be blowing and going and in a good mood. So y'all will be in a good mood. We'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early. We have lunch today at Beethoven's. Come out and see us on the Gulf. What else, Don?
live music coming this weekend. We need bartenders.
We need bartenders.
Bartenders and servers.
If you got a kid that needs a job, also we need a great busboy.
Mm-hmm.
But look, he has to be great, and he's got to want to work just a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit more than normal. Say goodbye, Dawn.
Goodbye, Dawn.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.